I'm going to be researching 13 different brands of jeans that I have never heard of before, and we're going to see if these are BOLO brands that we want to be sourcing to sell on Poshmark, or if these are brands that maybe had a fluke and they're not ones that we want to be dealing with. This is great research. You can apply it to so many things. I've done a few different videos now in a similar format. I'm going to link those up here so you can check all of them out, and let's dive into these brands now. Okay, and just to let you know, I went ahead and searched Poshmark by women, then jeans, then I filtered by sold, and then I filtered by $50 to $100. So I'm just pulling up brands that are new to me from that search. So I pulled these out because I didn't know what they were, and they all sold for $50 to $100, and we're gonna go through them, dive a little bit deeper, and see if these are good BOLO brands or just something that was a fluke. So let's get started. This is Rolas Classic Straight 90s Blue. These are Rolas is the brand. I haven't heard of them. It looks like they were listed at they say they're a retail of 99, and it says it sold for 60. It could be, or it could be that it sold in a bundle or an offer, and so it sold for less than 60, but this is what we have to work with and what we're going to dive into. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on Rolas. Maybe next time I'll open it in a new tab. And so it's basically saying here, a dress is available for 50, another pair of jeans for 75. Oh, that's a sweater for 78. Okay, so some of these are looking pretty good. There's one that's for 24, one that's for 39. But overall, the availables are within the $40 to $50 and $60 range. It looks like there are a lot of jeans. It looks like there might be some Revolve models, so this might have been a Revolve brand. So that looks pretty good. Let's look at the solds real quick. Okay, so shorts for 35, jeans for 60, a dress for 17. These are the ones that we have, the Rolas 90s Blue for 60, 85. Okay, so this looks like, I would say, a pretty solid brand. I mean, it looks like there are primarily jeans for this brand, so you definitely want to be looking out for the jeans. And many of them are, listed in the $50 range, and many of them are also selling in the $50 range. So for me, that's a good brand to know about. So I'm happy to see that. And then I'm going to go back real quick because someone had mentioned on my last video that I did that I didn't show the tag, but I had done it in a prior video. So let me just go ahead and try to do that for you. So the tag looks like. So let's move on to the next one, and I'll try to be a little smooth. So this one is Ayr Air, I don't know. The Pop Straight Leg Jean in Hopelessly Devoted Wash, size 24 by 27 inseam, $225 retail jeans, selling for $60. So that looks great. Here's what the tag looks like, AYR, with like a box around it, and it's made in LA, which is cool, US based, and then it says what it is, the Pop. So that's good information. Let's go ahead and click on this and see. So again, lots of different kinds of items, but mostly jeans I'm seeing here. 60, 55, 132 just for a tank top, 41. Yeah, so the availables are looking really good as far as the price points that we want to see. Let's go ahead and take a look at the solds. 55 for that top, 60, 90. Yes, these are looking really good. Now, I'm not a big jeans seller, but I will tell you throughout as we go through these here, some funny things. So these might be brands that you've known. I don't know them because I'm not a big jeans seller, so some of these you might know. But I will say that when I was going through the jeans, there were a lot of brands over and 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 over again. Levi's, Wrangler, Mother. Gosh, now I'm blanking on some of them because I did the initial research several times ago. So I actually did have a lot of trouble finding new to me jeans brands. So there are a few here that I have heard of. So I did a little white lie, but I didn't know a lot about them, and it's good to check the comps, and maybe you hadn't heard of them. Usually I'm trying to find things that I've never heard of before, but on this one, there were so many of the same kinds. Let me just actually do it real quick just to show you what I mean. and then we'll dive into the rest like real fast. So, and I will say that's over the, like in the $50 to $100 range. I think that there's a wider array of items in the lower value ranges, but when you're looking at the higher value, there's only so many. And I was going into sold. So like the initial search I did to try to find these was this. It was Citizens of Humanity, Mother, Freed People, Madewell, Levi's, Lucky Brand, Seven for All Mankind, like literally the same exact ones over and over and over again coming up. Some of them are different. Rag & Bone came up often. Reformation came up often. Good American came up often. Like, so there are a lot of brands out there, obviously, but maybe just a smaller concentration on Poshmark of brands that are selling for the right kind of price. So I just thought that that was really interesting. And so like I said, I was running out of brands to find that I didn't know about because there were so many of the same ones over and over again. Anyway, let's get into the next one. Vici, I don't know if you say it, Vici, or if Vici, or if it's just Vici, I don't know. Adriana High Rise Distressed, Slim Straight Denim, size 27, new with tag. So this person did not put any, original price, but it's showing that they sold for 51, and I don't have any tag photos here to show you. So this was interesting. So let's go ahead and click into this brand and see what we can find out. I have seen this, but I've never sold it. I didn't think I knew anything about it. So $44 for dresses, $28 for dresses. Looks like very boho. Maybe this is like a boutique brand. I don't know, because some of these look like boutique type things. Although none of them are showing as boutique, so maybe not. 65. So this is a little all over the place, and also I'm not seeing a lot of jeans. Like this one here that pulled up for 35 is the first jeans that I've seen. So it may not be a big jeans brand, and it looks like the comps for available are all over the place. Let's see what the solds are looking like. 10 for a dress, 25 for a dress. Nope. So I don't really think that this is a brand that I would be interested in. I mean, I definitely see why it's a Poshmark brand because of the boho, super flowy, all that stuff. Like it totally looks like the Poshmark type, but I'm not loving the comps on this. So this one, I'm not happy about. The first two I was happy about. This is the next one. Judy Blue, new with tags, wide leg jeans, denim size, 20W. So I thought this was interesting because it was a plus size. Judy Blue, had never heard of. And I also thought it was interesting because it says it's a $70 original retail value, $55 selling price. They are new with tags, so you would think you would get a little bit more for it. But at the same time, I thought that was pretty good because sometimes in jeans on plus size, it's very low end stuff. And so I thought that this was an interesting one to look into. So I'm not seeing the tag, but oh wait, here it is. So this is what it looks like. Judy Blue, Los Angeles, 20W. And then let's click in and see if we can look a little bit more. 42, 38, 31. So yes, lots of jeans here. So that's definitely the right item type for this brand. 21, 50, 30. So, I mean, there is a wide variety. There's a lot of new with tags here, which I think is interesting. So I wonder, like maybe they're not around. Maybe they were liquidated. I'm not really sure. There are some used ones. And the price points aren't awful, but there is a wide variety. So let's look at the solds. So shorts, 20, 51, 25, 23, 31, 26. I guess this isn't too bad. It is a little wide ranging for my particular taste, but if I found them cheap enough, I probably would list them for 50 and see if I could get 35 for them. And it looks like that's pretty possible. So these would meet my criteria. And it doesn't look like it's only plus size. It looks like there's lots of different kinds of sizing here. So that's good. And maybe if I looked a little bit more into it, like maybe the smaller sizes go for less and then the plus sizes go for more, maybe not. I don't know if I could get that. I don't know if I could get that out of it, but those are good things to look at with brands and sizes is, are there certain sizes of that brand that do better than not. And that's really important, I think, to look at. Okay, this one I have no idea. Chemin de Fer high rise. I don't speak French. 70s sailor style jeans, which are super cool. And they have them up as a $550 retail. It says these jeans usually retail for around $500. Very interesting. And it looks like they supposedly sold them for $100. Again, it's hard to always know. Let's go ahead and see. Oh yeah, these are all looking really high for the available in similar styles. So the sailor bell bottoms, 90, 185, 193, 113, 100, 120. Yes. And then some are lower, of course, but those are looking really good. Let's take a look at the solds. So that's the one. Then there's some shorts for 30. Vintage corduroy pants 15, but then these other ones are 113. So I don't know if this company is around anymore or not. A lot of these say vintage unless they're just trying to like say that that's the style of them. These sailor jeans keep popping up, so if you could find those. Some of these are going for over $100, and then some of them are going for less. But overwhelmingly, I feel like this is a really good brand to know about because even the low things are good for the most case. Like there's enough data here to say, if you find these sailor jeans, you should totally go for that. That looks really good. So I would say that that's a good brand. So I'm happy to see that. And before we get into the next brand, I just did want to mention, you can totally do this type of BOLO research for yourself on any type of thing that you want to do. Just go into women, or men or kids or whatever, search for the price point, search for the item type, go to those solds and just start looking around and pull out what seems interesting to you and then drill down into the brand itself and see what information you can find out about it. So like for me, I'm just checking availables and solds just to see what I can learn. And things usually pop out at you. So this is a great research tool for you to do anytime for anything. Okay, so Kim's Ranch Betty bootcut jeans, size 832. It says they're $100 jeans perhaps. They sold for $70. This looks like the tag here, which it just looks like it's sewn in the word Betty. That's the name of the kind of jean it is. Kim's Ranch, Scottsdale, Arizona. So that's kind of how it looks like. And it's made in the USA. And usually with jeans that are made in the USA, I feel like they're usually higher end, and so you can get a good amount for them. So 84, 120, 85. Again, a lot of jeans here, women's and men's. I'm not going to drill down into just women's because we're just looking at a high level here, but you could drill down even more. So the availables look really good. Let's see what the solds say. 82, 45, 50 for jeans. I'm just going to focus on jeans. 50, 67, 45. Yeah, so the comps here are looking great in the high 30s up into over, $50 for some of them. It definitely looks like a Western style, equestrian type, cattle rancher, horse type brand. And so a lot of times there are many brands for that. And because of the durability, because of the quality, because these people are, working and using them, they can go for good money. Because they're expensive. So yeah, I feel really good about that one as well. Okay, Cartese hand-painted high-rise straight leg jeans. This person put excellent condition. So I don't know, now that I'm looking at it, if the brand does the hand-painted or if someone just found this brand and then they were hand-painted. Like I'm just looking here now that it says, I'm not sure that they've ever been worn. They look brand new, distressed denim that's been hand painted. They came that way. I did not paint them, which I love how she's like, I'm not taking credit for it. I didn't actually do it. That's very funny. So Cartese denim. I mean, this doesn't say to me anything crazy, but maybe she did, get a good amount for them because they were hand painted. So let's solve this mystery. Okay, so probably because they were hand painted. So I've got one dress here that's listed at 75. One blazer that's at 60, but otherwise most things are under 50. I'm not seeing a lot of jeans, and I'm not seeing that all the jeans are like hand painted. That one's up for 7. So that's probably a fluke in that it's because they were painted. But let's take a look. They are really pretty. Yeah, so there's the one. Everything else is super low. Those jeans only sold for $12. Those jeans sold for $35. They have sequins on them. Yep, so this is going to go down in my book as a fluke, that this is not something that I would be interested in, that woman that sold those jeans lucked out because they were hand painted. And I am wanting to let you guys know, because I've been doing a lot of this BOLO research in the last few videos, you guys have said that you would like a BOLO list. So I am in the process of working on a BOLO list that I can make available as a digital download. And one of the things that I have available, if you didn't know, if you go down to the link in the description to my Rebecca the Reseller Academy, I have all of the digital downloads, all of the reseller tools that I have created to help me in my business, and then I make them available to you guys. Keywords lists, measurements forms, digital like DIY closet review, Poshmark closet signs, goal trackers, anything I've ever created, I have in an everything digital download bundle, which is available for one low price. But if you buy it, you get all of the digital downloads that I'm going to add to it in the future. So I am working on the BOLO list. I'm working on several other guides that I'm going to be putting on it in the coming weeks and months. So if you want to lock in that value now, you can go ahead and do that in the description down below. Go to the Rebecca the Reseller Academy and go to my everything digital download bundle. Okay, so the next brand is CQW. Again, I don't know. LA West Crop Jeans. Looks like the brand is CQW. It looks like it's a $275 pair of jeans that it sold for $80. And we will see what we can find out about this. Let's see if there's a tag photo here. I keep trying to remember that. A lot of these do not have tag photos, which is very interesting. 70, 43, 38, 135, 85, 75, 70, 85. Okay, so interesting. Looking around in the $70 to $80 range on average, definitely mostly jeans here. Let's go ahead and see what the solds are. 125, 67 for shorts. 80, 75. Yeah, this is looking great. Now there is one here where they sold for $18. They're pink, so there's that. But there's always flukes on the low side. Like even if you have a really good seller, there's always going to be that random person out there that sells a really good item for super cheap. And that's okay. Everybody gets to decide what they want to do. Maybe they took a lowball offer. Maybe they just wanted to get rid of it and priced it low and someone bought it outright. We don't know. I don't care. The point is, are there enough? Oh, this is showing Anthropology, so maybe this is from Anthropology. You never know. Sometimes people put Anthropology even though it isn't. But as long as there's enough comps that are sold to show me that it's not a fluke, then I feel comfortable. Like if the fluke is on the low end, that's fine. And all the rest of them are high, I'm interested. If the fluke is on the high end and all the rest are low, then I'm not interested. So I think that's a really good one. Now, here are a few that I have heard of, but I didn't know too much about. So I think I did sell one pair of Driftwood jeans, so I knew that it was an okay thing, but I didn't dive deep into it. So this one is Driftwood Maryland heavily embellished jean from the brand Driftwood. It's $220 pair of jeans for $90. And let's see, it says they were originally available at Sundance. So 50, 58, 60, 39... 48, 48. So I would say that these are good, but I wouldn't say that they're great. Because there are those few where many are like listed in the $40 range. So then that means it's not going to sell for the $40 range. So let's see, shorts at 35, 40, 70, 46, 72, 100, 34, 50. So I think that these are good. Like I said, I don't think that they're great. Here it goes with Anthropology again. Yeah, so I think this could be a good $35 to $50 seller for sure. And again, for me, I look at brands in the $50 to $100 range so that I know it would work with my model, which is mostly list for 50, sell for 35 or higher. That's where I like to be. If it's better than that, of course, I'll take it. So if I can list it for 80 and it sells for 50, yay, love that. but my model is basically list for 50 and sell for 35. And so that's why I kind of highball it with these, because these should all have a performance better. And then they kind of come down to my range as a worst case scenario, hopefully. This one is Silver Lake, London Jeans in Ecru Beige, size 23. Heard of it, never dove into it, don't know anything about it. It says they are $269 retail price, sold for $90. This reminds me so much of like when you see it from far away, like with my bad eyesight, it looks like it was an Everlane tag. It looks like an Everlane tag, even though it doesn't really, but from far away, that block lettering, that's what it looked like to me. So that's what that looks like. So let's dive into this. I have a feeling that this one's probably going to be pretty legit. So 230, 140, 135, 250, 200, 151. So these are the available comps, and they are looking very good. All except for one in the top 2 rows are over 100 for available. So that is excellent. When we go into the solds here, we're going to see 75, 106, 72. Again, all these are basically jeans. This one right here looks like a Revolve model, so that could be why. 135, 115, 65, 110, 100. So yes, the comps for the solds are holding up value really well. And so this would definitely be a brand that I would be interested in selling, a brand that I would love to see if I could get a hold of it at a lower price so I could sell it for the higher price. So either lowballing people on places like Poshmark, etc., so I could flip it for more, or finding it in bulk, or finding it online from some other type of source. Like, can you find it on ThredUp? Is this sold on the RealReal? I don't know. Can you find it somewhere else? Because I don't know what are the odds that I'm going to find this brand at my local thrift store. If I've never heard of it in 7 years of reselling, which like I said, I half kind of did, but didn't know anything about it. What are the odds that I'm going to find this brand out in the wild? Maybe I will, maybe not, but maybe I should just be targeting it. Or maybe I should be looking for it at buy, sell, trade stores instead of thrift stores, because it's more likely to be at a buy, sell, trade store where someone had it, then sold it for some money, versus somebody that had it and then just donated it. So there's lots of ways to get your hands on these kinds of items. But this is a great way to find what you're looking for. This is how you level up, by doing the research and the not sexy stuff to find what you're looking for. So Moosey Vintage, women's size 23, Japan dark, blue, denim wash, raw hem, stretch. Great keywords on this one for this person. We don't know what the retail price is. Here is what the tag looks like, Moosey Vintage. And then let's click into it. They sold for $77. And like I said, I had heard of this, but I didn't know anything about it. This looks like another Revolve model over here. So let's see, $100, $200, $125, $250, $145. So there is a wide range in the available comps, but they're all high. They're all over 100. So one is 99. So that's really good. That's a really good sign. So yeah, some of these are definitely Revolve. So 40 for the shorts, 150, 150, 60, 99, 130, 170. This would be great for me. This would be great. I would love to sell this brand. I think I might have sold one thing from this brand. I don't think they were jeans though. I think it might have been like a top or something. And it sold quickly and it sold for a good amount. And so that's why I've heard of it, but I've never looked into it as far as jeans go. So I think this is a great brand and definitely something I would be interested in selling. Let's go ahead. So this is R13. I have heard of this. I knew it was kind of like a designer type item. I've never sold it, but I just heard of the name. So it's R13 Allison Skinny Distressed Jeans, size 27. It sold for $50. So let's click in and see. I'm really curious because just because it's a designer brand, just because it retails for a lot, doesn't mean on Poshmark the comps are there. You never know. Sometimes it just does terrible and sometimes it does great. You just don't know. You have to really look into it. So denim trucker jacket for $3.99, jeans for $130, jeans for $185, jeans for $150, sneaks for $400. Wow, motorcycle bomber jacket up for $16.99. Hope she sells it, or he, or whoever. And then some of them are up for $79 and $64. This is one of those really interesting brands where if you can get it low and you buy the right thing, you can turn around and sell it high. And so you just don't know. Yeah, all really good available comps. So let's look at the solds. We've got jeans for $50, sold for $225, sold for $135, sold for $75, a dress for $156, bleached oversized sweatshirt for $360. So this is great. Yes, we like this. We like this. Now, in terms of sell-through and all that, someone did ask me about that on one of the prior videos. I'm not doing all of that. I can't know. I don't really know if there's a way to know on Poshmark what the sell-through is. I mean, you could see how many are available, how many are sold, like yes, but that's a lot of work. I don't care. I don't care. I just decide based on the comps, based on my own experience with the brand, based on my current business situation. I think sell-through is great and important, but I'm more worried about my own sell-through rate. And so I just don't look, or I don't try to look at sell-through rate on Poshmark. Someone had asked that previously. Simon Miller raw hem wide leg jeans, size 27. Again, I had briefly heard of Simon Miller. I believe it is also a designer brand, but I've never sold anything from it. It looks like they're saying it's a $325 pair of jeans that they sold for $75. Let's see if there's a tag. Here's the tag. Simon Miller. Looks like everybody just has that like block lettering. I tell you what. Okay, so let's go ahead and click in. It looks like men's and women's here all over the place. All over the place in terms of the item types, not the pricing. So there's a denim skirt for $100. There's a dress for $95. There's these really cool faux patent leather pants for $259. So, I mean, the availables look okay. Let's see what the solds are. 60, those are men's, I think. 40, I'm just going to try to look at the jeans. 75, which is the one that we had. 60, those are shoes. 45, again, just trying to look at jeans without having to sort by it. That looks like a Revolve model, maybe? I don't know. Oh, she's a Revolve model. This one. So, yeah. I think that this brand is okay. I don't think it's great. Only because it's not just a jeans brand. I think if I'm going to do this type of research and I want to find good, solid sellers that I can rely on, I want to get item types from a brand that are solid. So if it's like Silver Lake, where there were tons of jeans, and Driftwood, where it was tons of jeans, I feel more comfortable that that's a more popular jeans brand than over here on Simon Miller, where the comps are lots of different kinds of items, because I don't know how good the jeans are in comparison to all the other items. That could just be a me thing, and not necessarily something that you need to deal with, but this is my research, so this is what I do. So I think Rolas was good. I think I'm going to do a recap. Rolas was good. Ayr was good. This was the extra thing that I did. The Vici was not good. The Judy Blue was okay. The Chemin de Fer was good. The Kim's Ranch, I'm pretty sure, was good. Cartese was a no-go. CQY was good. Driftwood was good. Silver Lake was good. Moosey was good. R13 was okay, good. Good, okay, yes, I think it was good. And then the Simon Miller was okay, good. So that's the recap on those 13 brands. If you want to see more BOLO research brands like this, again, check out the playlist that I'm going to link for you that has all the ones that I've done so far with different categories of different types of things. Let me know what you might want me to research next. I think that would be really helpful. And even though I love learning about brands that are new for Poshmark, there is something else that I do that really helps me make more money out of less time and effort, and that's selling boutique, because it allows me to fill in holes in the inventory I have and do the work once and sell it again and again. So if you're interested in selling boutique items, you can check out my link down below to my Rebecca the Reseller Academy, where I have my courses. My Profitable Poshmark Boutique course is available. It just basically walks you through how to set everything up from start, how to make your order. It shares my vendors list. It's like literally everything you need to do to get started in a profitable Poshmark boutique. And I've sold over $35,000 doing boutique, so I love it. And you can use code VIDEO20 to get 20% off if that's something that you are interested in. And I hope that you will watch whatever video comes up next. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.